Welcome to another episode of the Leadership Lab. I wanted to talk to you today about authenticity and the importance of authenticity in leadership and in life. I wanted to start with a story about my own failings as it pertains to authenticity. As many of you know, I was a leader early on, and I didn't know much about leadership at the time. I had a lot of shoulds in my mind and an identity that I felt I needed to live up to. And so I did just that. I kind of tried to create a brand for myself. I attempted to live up to a version of leadership that I thought would be accepted and acknowledged. And in one way, it was acknowledged, but in another, there were some really big costs associated with doing that, and also a lot of lessons learned. And here's what I learned. Lesson number one, people can tell when you're not being authentically you. What I know now is that we have what are called mirror neurons. And one of the things that mirror neurons are able to do is to pick up on these slight little incongruencies between what you're saying and slight small facial expressions or body language that consciously you're not able to pick up on, but that mirror neurons are able to pick up on and take note of. This is what happens when you meet someone and you kind of feel something's off, like, I can't really, everything they said sounded good, but something was off there. It might be in those instances that your mirror neurons are picking up on something that consciously you're not able to pick up on. Number two, when people notice that there's some incongruency there, when people get that feeling that you're not being your true self, it leads to an erosion of trust, and it stands in the way of building strong relationships. Now, I have to say, I've got some beautiful connections and friendships that have been developed through my many leadership roles. They were done so when I was being authentically me. They weren't fostered when I was trying to be professional Lisa who could speak intellectually about a topic. That's not when relationships were built. They were built when I was being myself, being silly, and being sharing what I understood and what I didn't understand. Those are the moments where I can absolutely, unequivocally tell you that strong relationships were built that are still strong today. The third cost of not being authentic, of living up to an identity rather than showing up as your true self, is that it reduces your confidence. Your confidence actually takes a hit. And the reason for that is you too know that you're not being your true self. And so any success that you garner, any accolades that you receive, you don't take them in because you don't see it as a version of you. When you show up as who you are, truthfully, unequivocally, or I should say, in the most real way possibly, then you can take in the success because you know that you've achieved it, you've attained it based on who you truly are. That is my case for you to let go of any image, any identity of a leader that you're attempting to become. Be the leader that you are now. You are a leader. You are uniquely your version of a leader. And that's what I want you to live into, lean into, and really show up as you, full permission to do it. That's it for now. See you next week. Bye.